On August 15th, 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio picked up something strange. The astronomer circled it in red pen. He wrote one word next to it. Wow. It lasted 72 seconds. It has never been explained, and it has never happened again. That's just one small mystery inside a much bigger question. Are we alone in the universe? To answer that, you first need to grasp how big the universe really is. Our sun is one star, among roughly 200 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and the Milky Way is just one galaxy, among an estimated 2 trillion others. That's more stars than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. So, surely some of those stars have planets like ours. They do. We've confirmed over 5,000 planets outside our solar system, and that's a tiny fraction of what's actually out there. Some of these sit in the habitable zone. Not too hot, not too cold, just right for liquid water. Every form of life on Earth needs liquid water, so the math seems to favor life existing somewhere else. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake tried to turn that math into an equation. It multiplies things like star formation rate, the chance a planet supports life, and the chance life becomes intelligent. Depending on the numbers, it predicts anywhere from a handful to millions of civilizations in our galaxy alone, which raises a much stranger problem. If life is common, why haven't we heard from anyone? This is called the Fermi Paradox, named after physicist Enrico Fermi, who reportedly asked one question over lunch in 1950. Where is everybody? The universe is old enough and big enough that intelligent life should have had time to spread across it. So either we're truly alone, or something stops civilizations from surviving long enough to reach us. Scientists call this idea the Great Filter. Maybe the filter is behind us, meaning intelligent life is incredibly rare and we already beat the odds. Or maybe the filter is still ahead of us, a challenge most civilizations don't survive. Nobody knows which version is true. And that uncertainty is exactly why this question won't go away. There's a simpler explanation too. Maybe life is common, but intelligent life is rare. Earth had microbial life for 3.5 billion years, before anything as complex as a human showed up. If that's normal, the universe might be teeming with simple life. Bacteria, not aliens with spaceships. That's actually what scientists are searching for first. Not aliens. Biosignatures. A chemical fingerprint like oxygen or methane in a planet's atmosphere. Something easier to explain if life put it there. In 2023, the James Webb Space Telescope found something interesting. Carbon-based molecules in the atmosphere of an ocean planet called K2-18b. Scientists were careful. It wasn't proof of life. But it showed how close our tools are getting. So if we did find something, a signal, a molecule, a message, what would actually happen next? Some imagine global unity, humanity finally seeing itself as one small species. Others imagine panic or denial, because contact would challenge beliefs that shaped civilizations for millennia. For centuries, many belief systems placed humans at the very center of creation, alone in that role. Discovering we're not alone wouldn't have to break that belief. It would just ask it to grow. Some theologians already see it differently. A universe that creates life in more than one place sounds less like an accident and more like a pattern. Meanwhile, there's another kind of evidence people bring up, not from telescopes, from the sky above our own heads. In recent years, governments have released strange footage, unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs, that pilots couldn't explain. Officials are careful to say unidentified doesn't mean alien. It just means we don't know yet. It could be experimental aircraft, sensor errors, weather, or something we genuinely don't have a category for, and that phrase might be the most honest summary of this whole search, because the truth is, we are still incredibly early. Humans have had radio technology for about 130 years, a blink compared to a 13.8 billion-year-old universe. If aliens exist 1,000 light years away, Our signals haven't even reached them yet. And if they answered right now, we wouldn't hear back for another 1,000 years. Space isn't just big, it's slow, in a way that makes silence almost expected, even if we're not alone. So where does that leave us? Maybe we're the only thinking minds in an unimaginably large universe, which would make human consciousness one of the rarest things that's ever existed. Or maybe we're one voice in a conversation already happening around us. We just haven't learned how to listen yet. Either answer is, honestly, a little overwhelming. If we're alone, every choice we make as a species matters more, not less. We'd be the only known place the universe became aware of itself. And if we're not alone, somewhere out there, something else once looked up too, and asked the exact same question we're asking right now. Maybe that's the real answer hiding inside this question, not whether we're alone, but why we needed to ask in the first place. Between the WOW signal, the Fermi Paradox, and a telescope pointed at a planet 90 trillion miles away, one thing is already certain. We looked up, and we wanted to know. And maybe, across an unimaginable distance, someone else did too.